Hello and welcome to my channel. So I decided to start a carnivore diet and I thought it would be nice to share my results or changes that I feel throughout the week. I do have some notes with me to keep my thoughts organized and I used to eat everything, so no restrictions whatsoever. So it should be fun to see how long I can stick to this diet. People say you should try and do for 1 month to 90 days, but let's see how it goes. I've done it for 1 week. I started on Sunday and I had some ribs for lunch and sirloin steak at dinner. I was a little bit skeptical if I was going to be able to have breakfast, and usually I used to wake up hungry, but tea and the toast would be fine. But I did manage to at 8 a.m. on a Monday have 1 burger, 1 slice of bacon, and 2 fried eggs. They went really fine. At lunchtime, I was only hungry at around 4 p.m., which I found amazing because I was hungry at around 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. So I was only hungry at 4 p.m. And I had minced meat with cubes of bacon and ham. Now, this is the trickiest part after all. I thought it would be breakfast, but no, it's lunchtime, because being a lorry driver, I don't always have access to microwave. So I got used to having salads or sandwiches, everything cold, so I would never have to heat up my food. I did try before to have soup in a thermal container, but after some weeks I would start to taste the container horrible, so not going to do that anymore. I was able to eat the meat cold, but it's something that I don't know how it's going to be. Let's see. And then by 10 p.m. I did have a sirloin steak and a lamb chop. They weren't that big, but yeah, I did have those 2 steaks. On Tuesday at 9 a.m. I had scrambled eggs with half a slice of gammon. And again, I was only hungry at 5 p.m. and I had again cold cubes of lamb chops and cubes of gammon. And here was when I started to have cravings, but not very strong cravings and not particularly, I don't know, sugar cravings, let's say. I didn't want a slice of cake or something like that, so I had a banana. I decided that although I'm doing the carnivore diet, I want to be kind to my body and my mental health. I want to listen to the body, still try and do the carnivore, but if I get a little bit, if the cravings start to be too much, then I'll have something to tone it down. I did notice that my breath changed. I don't know if it's just different smell or if it's a bad smell. Not sure, but it's one of the differences that I found. And I did find that in the morning I started to have a little bit, it was not diarrhea per se, it was the feeling of always wanting to go to the toilet, and the poo was not normal. So I'm sorry if you're eating or if it's too much information, but yeah, going to the toilet, it was not normal. I know that when I did my research, some people said that they could have diarrhea for 2 to 3 days. It wasn't. I'm hoping it's not, because being a lorry driver, that's not something you want to have while driving, because I might not be able to stop straight away. So let's see how it goes. And at dinner time, I was not hungry at all. I just had water and 1 fig, just the 1 fig. And that was fine. Very weird, but that was it. On a Wednesday, I had at 9 a.m. a burger, a slice of bacon, 2 fried eggs, and a slice of mozzarella cheese on top of the burger. And going to the toilet was normal. Had no problems whatsoever. I do think I'm less bloated, or at least the feeling of less bloated. So I did enjoy it. I can't say if my energy levels are lower or higher. I feel exactly the same. If I have to load or unload the truck, I don't feel more strength, but I also I don't struggle doing it. So I think for now it's normal. And at night, Wednesday, I was hungry, so I had a sirloin steak. Thursday, I did have 2 sirloin steaks in the morning, and I was hungry at 2 p.m. I was feeling empty stomach, but I wasn't hungry, so it was a little bit weird, the feeling. I didn't understand quite clearly what was happening. So I had a boiled egg and half a piece of salmon. I couldn't eat it all. Probably not hungry, so I don't know. I usually like salmon. I don't know if it was because it was cold, but when it's smoked salmon, I can eat it perfectly fine. But it was salmon that I did the previous day on the air fryer, so I don't know if it was because it was cold. I could only eat half, and by 5 p.m. I was hungry, but I didn't want to fish. You know, when you are hungry but you don't want to eat something in particular, and that's what I had. So I had a banana instead. And at 10 p.m. I had 2 lamb chops, and I was still hungry. I thought it was still hungry, so I went and wanted to eat an apple, but I could only eat half because I was starting to feel sick. Don't know why. Usually I love apples, but the body didn't want the whole apple, so I stopped it. Friday I had scrambled eggs with ham and 2 slices of bacon. And at lunchtime I had some tuna with cheese, some pieces of ham. It was a weird mixture, but I just looked at it. I did the box in the morning, and I just looked at it and I thought that's what I wanted, and I ate it all. So it was fine. And at night I had 2 sirloin steaks. During this week, what I found was that I don't feel bloated anymore. That was a big change. Before, I used to feel bloated after eating, even if I only had salad and fruit. Driving afterwards, sometimes it was uncomfortable for half an hour to an hour, where I would feel my stomach big and bloated, and being seated on top of I know it's not on top of the stomach, but it wasn't comfortable, and I don't feel that anymore. I feel perfectly fine. I'm not hungry all the time. I thought it was fine to be hungry all the time, and I would either have fruit and nuts and some crackers, which I think is healthy, but I was hungry all the time. So I would have breakfast, a snack during the day, lunch, snack in the afternoon, dinner. And although I used to think I didn't eat that much because it was salads and fruits and stuff, but it's amazing how I'm not hungry all the time, and I love that feeling. I actually do love that feeling. And another thing that I noticed is, before, I used to always feel sleepy after lunch, so I would always have to take a power nap before I would start driving. I don't feel it. Throughout the day, I don't feel sleepy at all. I feel perfectly fine. So yeah, for the first week, I think it was successful. I didn't have any problems. So I think I'm going to carry on doing it. I'm going to carry on being kind meaning I will have a banana if I feel any sort of craving. I won't stop myself from having a banana. I think I've got everything during this week, so I think a banana is not that bad, and I'll let the body ease into the carnivore diet, and hopefully that will come a point where I won't have to eat a banana. That's the goal. The goal, if the results are good. So yeah, this was my week. If it was helpful for you, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will let you know how my second week went next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!